Hey guys, what's up, how's it going? My name is Robin. Welcome back once again on the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a much needed update on the stock portfolio, show you guys how my stocks are doing. And it's been a couple days since I did one of these, so I figured today would be a good one to do one. So in today's video, I'll basically be giving you guys an update on my Canadian dividend-based portfolio. I'll show you guys my stock holdings, give you guys an update, and you guys can see how everything is doing. And then what I'll do is I'll show you guys the stock I'm going to be buying today. And I'm actually going to be buying a new stock that I don't hold already inside my portfolio. It's going to be a cool one. I kind of talked about in my last video I did, so definitely stay tuned for that. So we'll do that. I'll give you guys an update on the portfolio. I'll show you guys the dividend income and whatnot, and we'll do the same thing what we usually do in each video on this channel. A quick little recap, just in case you guys are brand new to the channel. I started this dividend portfolio way back in 2020 of January, so it's about a little bit over a year now. I think we're going on to month number 16 of the portfolio, and the main goal is just to kind of keep growing the portfolio, keep growing dividend stocks, and of course, because we are, I'm Canadian, we're actually buying mostly Canadian stocks, although we do hold some US stocks here and there because it's important to diversify. So the first thing I'm going to do is give you guys an update on the portfolio. So let's jump inside the stock portfolio itself on Wealthsimple Trade, and let's see how our stocks have been performing. Alright guys, what's up, what's going? Here's the account on Wealthsimple Trade. As you guys can see here, we predominantly invest in our TFSA. We're at $27,000, $357. We built this portfolio completely from scratch, and I've kind of documented my journey on how I've done this on this YouTube channel. Just check out the older videos if you guys want to see, but you guys don't really have to do that. All you have to do is follow the new videos, because I kind of basically touch upon the same things, and I'll show you, and I kind of just give you guys an overview of everything I do and the new videos as well. So this TFSA is actually, we're getting close to hitting our contribution limit. I do have another TFSA inside Wealthsimple Invest that has about $56,000, and then we have $27,000 here. So we're getting pretty close to our limit, where I think the last time I checked we're about like $3,000 away from maxing out our TFSA. For 2020, so we're slowly getting there, and maybe we'll do a video, you know, once I get it maxed out, whatnot. I'm gonna be super happy because that's been a huge goal for mine, and I actually never thought I would have hit it, but we actually managed to hit it, especially with all the support from you guys helping me out there. So today, with stock market is currently down at -1%. As you guys can see here, our stocks are down to -165 since this morning. Over the past week, we are up about 0, which is about 132%. So just basically kind of over the past week, we've kind of just been steady, no big increases or decreases. Over the past month, we're still up 5%. So once again, guys, you know, that big increase that happened earlier this year, we're still up quite a bit. So I think we got a nice good jump up there, up 5% in the past month, and that's probably going to stick with us for most of the year, and it's been looking pretty nice. Over the past 3 months, it's even higher at 8%. So once again, like the start of this year, and this kind of happens, I find, where like the stock market might start off really good and then kind of taper down and seem like it's not doing that great because we got so much jump at the start of this year. This might actually kind of like continue throughout the rest of the year, so we'll just have to wait and see. But being up 8% already is super cool, and I'm really happy with that. Oh, up $2,000 is pretty crazy. And over the past year, we're up 12%. So 12% in the past year. A lot of people mention that 12% doesn't seem like it's a lot, but once again, guys, you got to remember, like with these dividend, you know, these good, you know, like these long-term based stocks, being up 12% in a year when you're buying like good quality stocks is really good, because these stocks will grow long-term. So if you can hit 12%, just, you know, I still think there's lots of growth to come this year, and over the next couple of years, these stocks are really going to go up, like kind of explode, I think, over the next couple of years, and we'll see that 12% go up a lot more. Probably even by the end of this year, we might be seeing at like a plus 20% or so inside the portfolio. I think this year is going to be a good year for the market, especially Canadian stocks, but we'll just have to wait and see kind of thing. And of course, all time, we were up 11%, which is a little bit under 12%, but still almost $2,700 inside the portfolio. That's pretty sweet, and I'm pretty happy with that. And towards the later part of the video, I'll give you guys an update on the dividend income and whatnot. But the first thing we're going to talk about is the stocks I'm going to be buying today. Alright, so in yesterday's video, or the video I did a couple days ago, actually, I think it was on Thursday or something, I talked about 3 stocks that I was looking inside my portfolio, and one stock that really kind of stood out to me was Alimentation Couche-Tard, which is the, if you guys aren't familiar with, this is actually the company that owns a lot of the convenience stores here in Canada. So if you guys remember like the Circle K's, the Macs, I don't think they're called Mike Smart anymore, but those kind of convenience stores, this is the company that owns them. So this stock has done quite well over the past couple of years. It's more of a growth stock, but it is kind of, they've been a company that's been aggressively growing their dividends over the past couple of years. I think over the past, like, when I checked in yesterday's video, they're up like, I think their dividend growth was like sitting at 20% per year in the past 5 or 10 years or something like that. So lots of good dividend growth. once again, probably a growth stock. Over the past 5 years, the stock is up 40%, which is pretty solid. Pretty good stock. Once again, good dividend stock, really good earnings. They have like a very, very low payout ratio because they're kind of like their yield is sitting about, I think their dividend yield is about 1%. So since they have such a low dividend yield, they have tons of room for growth. So we should expect this dividend yield to keep growing and growing over the next couple of years, and we should see that aggressive growth. So that's super cool, and I think this is a really cool stock. And I actually don't hold it inside the portfolio. I'm not going to go too crazy because, like I said, I'm kind of approaching my TFSA limit, so I'm going to have to figure out what I really want to put inside my TFSA. But I'm going in the future, once we do max out my TFSA, I'm probably just going to model the same portfolio in a just in a regular personal account. So that's kind of the strategy I'm going to do. So we're going to buy, I think I'd buy like 2 shares of this stock, kind of just stick it inside the portfolio, and then over time, I'll probably get a little bit more serious and I'll start putting more shares. But I just wanted to kind of add a new stock inside the portfolio, and that was one that really stood out to me. Once again, it's not as secure, it's not as safe as like the TDs and whatnot, and there's some of those other big stocks I have inside my portfolio. But I do think long term the company should do well, and as you guys can see here, it's sitting right under Algonquin Power and Utilities inside a portfolio, so that's really cool. And I think that's going to be a good buy. The other stock I'm going to look at today is, once again, because like I said, we are approaching the max of our limit. I think I'm going to buy some shares of VFV, which is our US stocks, because I do want to bring this ET up inside the portfolio a little bit higher. But before I do that, I just want to talk really quickly. Like, you guys could buy, I think some other stocks that are really good buys right now are TELUS. TELUS is down quite a bit. It's a good company. I'm just kind of taking a quick peek here. I still think some RioCans, some REITs like RioCan are good buys. So if you guys want to buy some Canadian REITs, like RioCan looks like it dipped a little bit. H&RV dipped quite a bit. It was up quite a bit. For the past week, we can see that this stock is down 1%. For the past day, it's down 2%. So this might be a good buy too. If you guys want to buy some Canadian REITs, up to you guys. Fortis looks like, and like any of these stocks, honestly, like I always talk about these stocks, you can buy in these stocks. Enbridge is actually at 12 to 13%, which is really good. But honestly, you can buy any of these stocks. I just feel like adding something new to the portfolio. And so VFB is going to be the next stock I'm going to buy. We currently have about 79 shares, which is $7,000. It's about 26% of a portfolio, but I do kind of want to get it to about 30% if we can, just to get a little bit more US stocks inside the portfolio, because I think growth is important. Most of our dividend stocks are Canadian stocks, and we have the US stocks as more of the growth stocks. So I'm definitely going to add a few shares of VFE in here. I think would be a nice little touch here. So we'll buy 1 share of that because I think I can only afford 1 share today. I'll put that through, and I think that will be it today. I'm just going to go back and see how much we actually have, and if I have a little bit left over, I might actually buy some REITs, because I do want to buy some more REITs to get the monthly dividend income of the TFSA up a little bit higher, so we can keep getting that monthly dividend income. And I think, yeah, RioCan looks like it might be a decent stock to buy. It's still down quite a bit. You go the past year, it's up 20%, but over the past 5 years, it's still down 25%. So still lots of growth from the REITs, I think, are going to come, and I'm going to keep buying them until they basically stop growing. So, and they have good yields right now too. So let's buy 2 shares of RioCan, I think, and that'll be our last buy for today. And that's the stocks I'm going to be buying for today. So let's take a quick peek at the dividend income, and let's see how these stocks have actually grown over time. So when it comes to dividend income, we haven't had any crazy dividends over the past couple of days, but we are approaching the end of the month, so all of our ETFs and whatnot, all of those monthly dividend stocks should pay out a dividend. We have Manulife, which paid us our latest dividend for $11. We had Sphere Corp earlier in March. VUI paid us a nice dividend of $26, and then some of the REITs earlier in March. So nothing new coming in over the past couple of days, but we should, because we are approaching the end of the month, get like some of the ones from Shaw, some of the ETFs and whatnot do pay dividends, so we should be getting those towards the end of the month. And here's our dividend income spreadsheet. So this is just a simple spreadsheet I made to keep track of how much money the portfolio was making me. And you guys can see, since we first started in January, I basically been tracking how much the dividends earned. I originally was tracking my contributions, but that got really hard, especially with the referral income from Wealthsimple Trade. I was getting that on a daily basis, and it was just hard to kind of track the contributions. But if you guys want to get the contributions, just take the net earnings, the total of the portfolio, and subtract it from the net earnings, and then subtract the dividends, and you kind of get the contributions. So, but anyways, we have, as you guys can see, slowly over time, the dividend income just kept growing inside the portfolio. We are hitting March at about $60, which is an all-time high, which is super cool. $60 a month from our dividend portfolio, which is really, really cool. And we made total dollars of $415 from our dividends in total. So if you take all these months that up together, out of our total return of about, what was it, $2,700, $415 of that are dividends. So once again, not tons of dividend income yet, but obviously over time, as our portfolio grows and as our stocks grow and those dividends increase, the dividend income will start to jump up, and you'll see that here. It just doesn't look like a lot because we're putting a lot of money in on a regular basis. It just doesn't look a lot, but over time it definitely will grow. And of course, the whole goal of this portfolio is basically to live off my dividends sometimes. So I made this cool little spreadsheet where you guys can see where I've been spending things on my dividend income. So once again, the main focus is to buy basic things I use in my everyday life, and I've just been buying things like CDs. I bought a CD player. I've been buying things I use. I bought a video game. I've been buying stuff that, as you guys know, I'm just kind of keeping it with the basics and whatnot. You guys can see how, just little things, over time, this type of monthly dividend can add up, even if it's just like $50 a month, $100 a month. And it's been super cool for me personally to kind of, try and see like, okay, you know what, I go to the store with like $20 or $30. What can I buy this month that I don't have, or what can I buy this month? It's really cool. It really shows, like, in today's world where everybody can, it's very easy to get a hold of everything just like that. You don't really appreciate things as much. It's kind of cool to like go to, as I was like trying to figure out what video game I wanted to buy, kind of thing. It's like going to a store as a kid and you're like, okay, you can only pick one game. You can't just get whatever you want. You got to kind of pick something and that's what you got, kind of thing. So it's kind of cool, and then you learn to appreciate and you actually enjoy it. So, it's a cool little case study, but that's basically what I've been doing to kind of just have some fun with the portfolio. And as you guys can see, I've been documenting, I've been doing updates here and there, and I've been showing you guys what I've been buying. I haven't bought anything lately over the past couple days, but as you guys know, I've been doing that. So hope you guys enjoy that. Anyways, that's it for today's video. Take care. I'll see you guys later and have a good day.